Já jsem si mikrofonu pozval pana Garryho Moora, což je, dá se říct, technický ředitel společnosti, abych to řekl správně, William Grant & Sons. Mr. Moore, thank you for inviting us to your company. Can you introduce your company for our audience?
Certainly. William Grant & Sons are a family-owned international spirits company who have a number of brands within their unique portfolio, most notably Glenfiddich, which is the #1 selling single malt whisky in the world, also supported by Grant's blended Scotch whisky, Hendrick's Gin, Bulveni single malt whisky, and we also have a spice rum called Sailor Jerry, and the product which we actually bought on this facility is Tullamore Dew, which is Irish whisky. So William Grant's are a 5th generation family-owned spirits division, spirits company based in Scotland.
So our magazine is about automation of processing. So could you tell us, or can you compare the level of automation in your company and, for example, in England and best companies in England too?
Yeah, what I would say in terms of this facility, this is a facility that William Grant's purchased during the acquisition of the Tullamore brand in 2010. And we have various degrees of efficiency and automation on this particular site. The main production line that runs 80% of the site volume is pretty much high-end technology, fully automated, bottling speeds up to 200 bottles per minute with a crew size of 6, so full end-to-end automation. But that's also supplemented by 1 or 2 smaller lines, which were a bit more manual and basic in their sort of setup. In terms of the technology, we're probably middle of the road in terms of bottling capability. The assets and the process is essentially the same. However, there will be additional technology out there just now that will allow us to go even faster than what we currently produce on this site. However, the speed and the equipment that we have on this site is complementary to the size and scale of our current operation.
Is there still any possibilities to more automated production or not?
Yes, we have a number of opportunities to further invest in the facility, to automate some of our manual activity. Some of our more specialist packs require hand packaging. There is technology and automation out there that will assist us to improve the repeatability and the reliability of that process, whilst increasing efficiency. But in addition to that as well, there's further technologies out there that will also enhance the sort of the quality aspect of our process through vision inspection and automated vehicles, etc., to sort of cut down on sort of manual and human interaction with the product.
Okay, fine, that will be it. So maybe let's go for the tour to the company.
No problem. So the major starting point of our process is product quality. Being a liquid producing organisation, it's essentially food based. We have to follow standards that essentially mirror that of the food standards processes. Within the laboratory itself, we have up to about €500,000 worth of equipment, and these particular pieces of equipment you see beside us just now are used to verify the purity of our Tullamore Dew, which is our Irish whisky, and essentially carry out gross chromatography analysis of that product, which will verify and give us some feedback if that's representative of the sample, and also if there's any impurities within that whisky itself. These particular pieces of equipment again also relate to our production of whisky. The three main components of spirit quality will relate to the clarity, so how well the spirit has actually been filtered, the strength of the spirit, and the colour of the spirit. These pieces of equipment here will verify this to 2 decimal places of accuracy in relation upon spirit strength, the actual colour of the liquid, and also the clarity, how well the product has actually been filtered. For every batch of product that we actually produce, we will take samples across all aspects of the production process. So raw materials, the input liquid, the partially completed liquid and the finished liquid. We will then take a sample of each of them and we will put this through a database to give us full traceability of all our products. And you can get to see this sitting here. In conjunction with that, we also have what's called a nosing panel on site, who are trained personnel who can reference a standard a standard nose profile of our core brands, and this is tested on a day-to-day basis as well to ensure accuracy of the blend. So this is line 5, which is a new facility. However, this is for our handcrafted product. So it's small batch size. It's produced by hand, and it's to facilitate the premium aspect of the Tullamore Dew category. So all products on this line will be 10 years and above in terms of age of spirit. So we produce 10-year-old malt, 12-year-old reserve, and also in addition to that as well, another few sort of more complex products. So it's small in nature, slow in terms of output, but handcrafted to give product quality. So this is our main production line, line 2, which is where we produce over 70% of the site's volume. This line runs 200 bottles per minute with a crew of 6, and it's fully automated from glass feed all the way through to full-blown palletization and shrink wrapping at the end. So the first machinery here is called depalletization, which is where bulk glass comes in and is individually swept off in individual layers into a single lane to feed the first part of the process. The stage of the process is rinsing, filling and capping. So on this one asset, we will bring in the bottle, we will cleanse the inside of the bottle using either spirit or air. We will then fill the bottle to the required fill level with spirit, and then we'll automatically apply the cap. And the line is now changing over to this product, yeah? So a different bottle, different label, different liquid. Labeler, and the purpose of this machine is obviously not only to apply the labels, but it's to ensure the correct orientation of the bottle, so the bottle is placed on the correct face. It applies the label, it then wipes down the label. Additionally, we can apply a tack strip, which is a government required paper strip that goes over the top of some bottles for certain markets, and we equally laser code a bottle on here for traceability. Again, also on this machine we actually laser code the bottle for traceability, and this cannot be removed, yeah? So this is for traceability internally, and also can be used for our internal quality processes. So after the labeler, we then perform the packaging part of our process. And on line 2, again fully automatic, so this is an Acme wrap-around packer. And on this machine, we will separate the bottles into the actual pack format, a 6-pack or a 12-pack. We can also then apply a division in between each individual bottle, and then we wrap around the case, actually around the pack.